Hi everyone, this video is going to be for MAC's Rocky Horror Picture Show collection, which has just launched online at maccosmetics.com and will be available for purchase in stores on October 2nd. I believe this is going to be at MAC stores only, so I don't think it will be a collection that will be available through Nordstrom, but I'm not 100% sure, so if you know otherwise, please comment in the comment section below. As always, please go to allurabeauty.com if you want to see photographs of the swatches that I do in this video, as well as to see the lipsticks applied to the lips and to see more in-depth written reviews on the quality of each product after I fully test it. If you missed the video for MAC's Brooke Shields collection, that is still up. It has also just launched at Nordstrom if you are interested in purchasing it at Nordstrom. And there is still a little time left to enter to win a Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link to the giveaway in the comment section below, or you can go see the video. Alright, let's get looking at swatches for the Rocky Horror Picture Show collection. Let's look at the face products first. This is the One New Limited Edition Powder Blush. It will cost $24, and you'll notice that all of the items in this collection are more expensive than normal because of the special packaging. This shade is called Crazed Imagination. So here is one layer of that blush color. This is a muted plum with a hint of pink pearl. Here I'm applying a second layer, and I'm applying this with an angled powder brush. And no, this is not a duo fibered brush as one person tried to comment previously. Just because the tips of the brush are a different color does not make a brush duo fibered, because the length of the fibers are the same, even though the tips are colored differently. Alright, and we're going to keep on layering. Here it is with 3 layers. Okay, so there you have Crazed Imagination, and it has sheer but decent pigmentation, and you can definitely build it up. At first I think it's a little more brown, but as you build in layers you can see that plum more strongly. Next up we have a Sculpt and Shape Powder Blush. This is in the duo Bone Beige and Emphasize, and this retails for $27.50. So here you see at the top is Bone Beige, and on the bottom is Emphasize. So let's start with Bone Beige, which is for emphasizing planes of the face, or high planes of the face, and this is a pale cream shade. I'll add a little more product just so that you can kind of see it better on the camera, but it's not meant to be a stark white color or really shimmering highlight. It's supposed to be for emphasis on specific areas of the face. And here is Emphasize, which is a tan shade. It's not too orange, not too red, and you would use this to sculpt out hollows of the face. Okay, so there you have Bone Beige and Emphasize side by side. Let's move on to eye products. This is the Riff Raff Eyeshadow Palette, and it retails for $44. And here is what the shadows look like. It's a 6-pan eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to swatch these colors by column, up and down on the left and then on the right. So the shades we have here are Oh Rocky, Blackberry, and Heavy Black and Pendulous. And on this side we have Crystal, Graphic Style, and Carbon Black. I'm swatching these over primer. We're starting with Oh Rocky, which is a soft muted white with pearl, according to MAC. I definitely think this is more of a nude shade with a grayish undertone. And this is a frost color. Next is Blackberry, which is a muted burgundy plum brown with a matte finish. This is a permanent shade in MAC's line. I'm going to add some more product to even out the finish. Next shade is Heavy Black and Pendulous, which is a grayish blue with pearl. It has a frost finish. From the right column we start with Crystal, which is a violet duochrome with pearl. This is a frost finish shade. Next is Graphic Style, which is a deep silver with a Velux pearl finish. This is a re-promoted shade. And last we have Carbon Black, which is an intense black with a matte finish. This shade is included in every other MAC palette. really, in my opinion, a throwaway shade. At least it has a fairly good formula in this palette. It's pretty smooth on the skin. Okay, here are the shades for the Riff Raff eyeshadow palette. You definitely have a couple of permanent shades included in this lineup, as well as a re-promoted shade, and then the 2 or 3 other shades are new. Now, Carbon is a permanent shade in the line and looks pretty much the same, although the formula is sometimes much worse, just depending on what palette you happen to get. But I think this is pretty much just a copy of Carbon. Next up, we have a new Pigment, and this costs $23. Here's a close-up of the shade, and it's called It's Not Easy Having a Good Time. And this is a sparkling burgundy color. Right, and right next to it, I'm going to apply it with a damp brush. You can see it becomes a little more cranberry, and it has more of a fluid-like finish. All right, so there's the Pigment up close. And then we have a couple of Greasepaint Sticks, which we haven't seen for a little while in a collection. These are $21 each. Here is the shade B, and here is the shade Black. So I was starting to swatch the shade B, and my pencil is already broken, so here we go again. It takes a little bit of warming up on the skin before it becomes really, really fluid. So just FYI. So B is a bright yellow-based blue, and I'll show you Black here, and see at first it's pretty stiff and dry. So it takes a little while for it to warm up, and then you can feel that it becomes really creamy on the skin. So this is Black, and it is an intense black. And that's what they look like up close. These can be used as shadows and smoked out. You can also use them as liners. And last up, we have a couple of the new lipsticks. These cost $17.50 each. There are 4 total in the line, and Sin, which is actually a permanent shade, sold out first of all the 4 colors, which I find a little strange because, like I said, it's in the permanent line. You can buy it at any time. And if you buy it in this collection, it is $1.50 more expensive, but for whatever reason it sold out first. The other color that I'm not showing you in this video, unfortunately, is Frankenfurter, and that's because it wasn't available at the time that I received these lipsticks. So I will be showing you these 2 shades. The first is Strange Journey, and the second is Oblivion. So here's Strange Journey, which is a yellowish brick red with a matte finish. Next is Oblivion, which is a bluish red with an amplified finish. So here are your 2 lipstick shades up close. Please see the links below for links to the reviews, and for the lipsticks I will have the colors applied to the lips. Alright, so there you have MAC's Rocky Horror Picture Show collection. Am I wowed or blown away by anything in this collection? Definitely not. Am I extremely disappointed with anything in the collection? Not really. Although I think that the eyeshadow palette could have had a lot of potential. I'm just a little turned off by the fact that half the palette is permanent / not new colors. I would really like to see MAC use throwaway colors less in their limited edition palettes, meaning I wish they would really get palettes that have all new shades in them, or maybe just 1 permanent shade or re-promoted shade included, instead of really including lots of shades that you can already get in MAC's line. That said, I think that the new Pigment is a very pretty burgundy color that can also transition from fall into winter because of the cranberry nature of the shade, especially when applied wet. I think the blush is also nice, and it, although being sheerer in pigmentation, has a good, fairly smooth finish. The lipsticks are solid also. I, again, wouldn't say anything super unique, although Strange Journey has a very strong yellow undertone to the red. So even though you hear a lot of people say, oh, this is a warm-toned red or a yellow-based red, this Strange Journey shade really has a strong yellow tone color to the red. So that is sort of new. And as far as the Sculpt and Shape powder, I think that's a solid addition to anyone's makeup collection, and therefore if you are a Rocky Horror Picture Show fan and you don't already have the Bone Beige and Emphasize shades somewhere else in the collection, then you can sort of hit two birds with one stone by getting something from this collection and also getting a staple item that you can use every day. The Greasepaint Sticks, they are not the same as the shade sticks that are in MAC's line because they stay more creamy, they tend to crease a lot more easily, and they are more smudge prone. So they are more suitable for that kind of smoked out, smudged out look. If you want something that's going to stay put and not crease throughout the day, then go with the shade sticks instead. Alright, I hope that this video was helpful to you in deciding if you want to buy anything from this collection. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you subscribe and watch the recent videos that I've posted. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video. Hi everyone, welcome to this month's monthly favorites videos for makeup and other non-makeup things, kind of, mostly makeup. I have Dexter here with me, who is very camera unaware and doesn't really get what's going on and why I'm holding him out like this.